Hello, welcome back. So before we get started, I wanted to first of all thank all of you who commented on my last video. I took a quick look this morning at the comments and I thought to myself that I would do a response to some of you in this video. Just trying something new really. And I wanted to respond to you through a more personable approach, a more personable way. So here goes. So Bass D77 says, "You're spot on concerning our sun and the grid of hearts. Quote, the sun is used as a prism to project fractals of our consciousness into co-created realities. This is directly related to the holographic nature of our experience, the projection of planetary consciousness, dimensional bandwidths, timelines, and the illusion of an individual experience. Think of the sun as a film projector, running several films at once. Your higher levels are using the projector. Your higher self projects several versions of lower self through the sun and through your heart center, which also serves as projector of realities onto the mirror-like screens of Gaia, allowing for multiple films at once." Sandra Walter. Now let us connect our heart centers. Yeah, let us. I've always found that notion of, and I like the way you put it, this quote puts it, and thank you for relaying that information. I've never seen that before, but I've always thought about it like that, in terms of it being several movies playing at once. We're all on this experience at the same time, but it's all unique for each one of us, yet linked with the same movie. It's wild. Really wild. So much love to all of you who have sent me support. Thank you for connecting in this space together. So, from Neil Holman, he says, "Your singing was beautiful, Kim. I can't help but intuit from this video some profound sadness was involved." Yes. But I'd actually gotten out the majority of it the day before. If my feelings on this are correct, I want to send a love and heartfelt wish that it is soon lifted and your smile will reach your eyes again very shortly. It is still nevertheless a privilege for us to be able to share all of your feelings. You have helped us with your thoughts through your videos. We should be able to help you in times of difficulties. Showing our love for you as you have shown your love for us. These things do better themselves if we are authentic and sincere. God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you. Touches me deeply in the heart. Many, many feels. And I agree that moving into this new year, being authentic with the shadow and the light parts of us is really important. So yeah, I think it's okay to have both, really. And I don't want to just show you just teacher me, the me that just has, knowledge to share. I also have emotions that run so deep, and if I didn't ever show you that in a real way, I feel like, I wouldn't be being my full self. And so I'm grateful that we can share in some of these emotions together on this platform, because sometimes I feel like my emotions are a bit too much for friends or family to deal with, so having a platform that I can occasionally express how I'm really feeling allows me to kind of not feel so bad about it, because I know that not one single person has to deal with it alone. We can all kind of view it together and feel it together. So thank you, Neil. 2 things that continue to deepen me, says AA Michael. I'm worthy and I'm enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Miss Hart, holding you in light also. So Deborah Clinton says, holding the brethren in sacred light, uniting the pulse of holy insight, gathering momentum to truly be galaxies honor in tribute of free, offering transmissions on which to bestow the glory and marvel as majestic whole, deepens totality, enriching core, anchoring revelations to implore, divine expansions full array, continuums vessel, blooming display, hosting intention ever bright, singing and dancing to invite, alchemy's vision of the pure, centered in hearts already sure, the dynamics altering love so fine, here and now devotes its shine, toning grace to behold the natural wonder of source code. Thank you, Deborah, for sharing your poetry. So my phone is having trouble displaying the rest of the comments, but I also wanted to say a big thank you to all of you who wrote to me with such heartfelt words and made me feel as though I'm just so grateful to be where I am here and now with everything, and like I have been able to help some of you in some way, shape or form, and I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you. And I do read your comments usually after every single video, and I will continue to read every single one and cherish them. But for now, maybe we can get started and talk about some Starseed stories. But first, I'm just going to set the fire up. Bought myself some new earrings yesterday. Sometimes it's nice to spruce up your wardrobe a little bit. Okay, so I have the Starseed deck with me, and I'd like to pull a Starseed story for the day, for the week for us. I think on some level there's a way for us all to identify as a Starseed, because we all come from the stars, and there's a type of depth, a feeling body, of depth of empathy that Starseeds have, in my opinion, that they just question the world and themselves a lot more, so they can take on a bit more of the burden sometimes. And so I thought that I'd do a little reading, talk about my own Starseed story in the current moment, in this relaxing ASMR way, because I'm feeling very much like I want to rest and recuperate. These are really beautiful cards too, so I'll show them to you in just a moment. Also, I wanted to thank Proactive Dreamers. I did see your comment also, and I'm really grateful for this Akashic work that I've been opened to, and of course I'm grateful to light language for being this healing modality that has helped me on numerous occasions, so it's great to hear from you. And as I say, if my phone would have loaded more of your comments, I would have read them out. But for now, I'll just reply to the ones that I didn't see. And maybe in the next video I'll do the same thing. I quite like responding to you with facial expressions, even if my face is kind of dull right now. Just because sometimes reading words on a screen and me hearting it isn't gone as deep as I would like it to go, which is into a real conversation, you know? Anyways, the first card we have for you is Your Life is a Canvas. Ooh, this is really, really key for starseeds. Sometimes we get caught up in thinking that we have to do certain things, create certain things, be a certain way in order for us to really be successful and achieving great things in life. But if you were to just stop here and now in this moment and think about how your life itself is the canvas, is the creation, is the thing that is the most important. Even if you spent your whole day just sat around in silence, there is still so much value in that. You don't always have to be doing things in order to be creating a canvas. Your life, you are the canvas. And the Akashic Records is recording every single thought, emotion, feeling, space that you go into through your visualization. And so it's really important to remember that just you going about your everyday world is just as important, especially when you pair it with prayer, with mantra, affirmation, as if you were to be in a big classroom of people teaching them or creating something that's broken. Whatever it is, it doesn't always have to be in the physical. It can be part of just you going about everyday stuff. So it says artist, manifestation, creative accountability. To me, the creative accountability speaks about the responsibility we have as artists. Those of you who maybe create YouTube videos or just are an artist in your everyday world. To me, it speaks about this knowing when you personally need some self-care and some self-healing before you go ahead and try and help others. And that's even through art, there's a type of healing that you can do whilst you're creating. And that's what I'm doing right now with you, even though I know that I need some self-care, some self-love. I'm making sure that I create in a way that's at the right pace for me, and I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm trying to be present to the healing that's taken place even whilst I create. And we can take a look at the next card. Water your garden. So this is very much talking to self-love, self-care, making sure that as healers we continue to heal ourselves, not just try and heal other people, because if we're not balanced in our own energetic bodies, physical bodies, masculine and feminine energies, then we won't be able to help or heal people as well, as if we were to focus some of that healing energy on ourselves. So it says nourishment, body care, tenderness and rest, making sure we get that rest. So I'm just gonna read from the book here, from the first card, and then do the second card. So it says, your life is a canvas. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Colour it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? And the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, what are you being called to create in your life? I know what I'm being called to create, and for me it's about keeping up my daily motivation. So how about you? What are you being called to create? Water your garden. I'm going to read that second card to you now. Like I said, this card deck is one of my favourites, actually. So, water your garden. It says, Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel. Take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have if you'd rested. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we are putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover. There is enough time. Life will bend toward you when you do. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, what is your body yearning for? Self-care tip. One of the things I like to do is take a long bath. Yesterday I made a bath potion, as I usually do, and with this bath potion, because it smells and feels so amazing, I can sit in the bath for a good hour and just really soak in that love, that water, that aromas of earth, the flowers. And so I encourage you to find something that gives you that self-care routine as well. And it could be meditation, it could be doing stretching, yoga for 10 minutes a day even, and doing some dancing, singing, also types of self-care, making sure you're eating the right foods, making sure that you're replenishing your own energetic body, not being caught up in too much of other people's zaps or smoke, making sure that you're coming from your center space, not watching too much media, TV, news, movies. They can all really inform your subconscious mind, and you can start acting out of some of the ways that you've seen through media without even realizing that it's not you who's acting from that space. It's something that's been implanted there. One of the things that I do with my Akashic readings, the meditations that I do as part of the live calls one-to-one, is I try to align your energy body through a meditation so that you come back to your center, so that you come back to your energetic and physical body and pull your energy back from all the places that it's been in the day, in the week, in the years that have gone by, because sometimes fragments of our soul, of our energy gets trapped out in the world because we've sent it out. We don't realize it, but we've sent it out through thought forms. We have to call it back. So I will send out an email of how I make my fairy bath potions. So if you'd like to find out how to make your own fairy bath potion, then sign up to my newsletter on my website. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one or two more cards. Let's see here. So we've got You're Not Alone, Isolation, Community, Physical Connection. So this one is really potent for this time right now, because obviously we've just come out of the tail end of a pandemic where a lot of people have been isolated from each other for a long time. And this has a lot to do with the feelings I was feeling in my last video, which was feeling like I haven't really spent quality time with like a group of friends in a really long time, and I'm far away from family and all kinds of things. So one of the things that I do when I start to feel into the physical isolation of this place, and it can be really isolating, lonely, but one of the things I start to do is I connect hearts with everyone that I know, a bit like our one of the people who commented on this last video of mine. If we connect our hearts together in that energetic field, everyone who's lonely no longer is so alone, because everyone's feeling lonely together. And you can tap into the higher self of everyone that you know and ask them for advice, or ask them to be with you and keep you company energetically, because there is a link between your energy and theirs. It might not be at the same time that you feel certain things together, but eventually they will feel your energy for them, your love for them, and your prayers for them. If you're struggling with relationships of any kind, then this would be a great time to call upon your spirit guides, your angels, any ascended masters that you resonate with, and ask them for their advice or for their company. Ask them how you can open yourself to love more. Yeah. This is such a key thing for Starseeds, because you have a whole team of soul family that's with you, helping you every step of the way. And one of the things that is key is that anytime you feel really sad or down or just really heavy emotions, your angels, your soul family has already been signaled by that emotion, so to speak, and they're already there to come and be with you and help you. You just have to open yourself to that help, and know that you don't necessarily have to ask for help from them. They're always going to be there with you. The times that we need to ask for help is maybe when we need to from a family or friend, because they're not always mind readers, of course. But I notice the subtle psychic connections that I have with friends and family, where I might be feeling a certain way and they'll just message me out of the blue, and it's enough to make me feel like I've been seen or heard, is because they picked up on something. It's hard to describe, but something so small like that to me is enough. Another thing that can help with physical isolation is just going out into a park. Because you don't have to be so worried about being too close to other people. You're in the open air, you're in nature, you're connecting with nature, which is key, because true love really is felt deeply with Mother Nature, in my opinion. She's where we can rest, even if we don't feel close to anyone around us. We can feel close to Mother Nature. She's always there for us to provide love. But another thing is going to public places to connect with the energy of other people. You don't have to speak to them, you don't have to look at them or anything, nothing that would make you feel uncomfortable, but just walking by people in the park and maybe overhearing some of their conversations or watching the kids as they play, actually for me anyway, rejuvenates my energy. It's enough for me. Just spending 20 minutes in the park, I can feel like I've gotten some of that communal energy in there. And it happened actually right after I filmed my last video, the Light Song for Soul Family. We went out to a park, actually not right after, but like an hour or two afterwards. We went out to a park, and it was like everyone that I heard or came across in that park, even though we didn't speak directly, was talking to me about something. Not directly, but I had my prayer beads with me, and I was just praying love for each one of my beads, because there's 108 of them this here. And every time I would pray love through each one of my beads, just going through them, someone would say something that was really synchronistic to me some way, somehow. And I just felt really connected to everyone there, even though I didn't know any of them personally. I was just able to connect with them in some way. So, just something to think about, really. Just knowing that you're not alone, you're always connected to your guides. You're much bigger energetically than your physical will give leeway to, let's say. So I think that's probably a big enough message for today. I will do another Starseed story and incorporate some more of my own personal experiences. I like these cards. They give a roadmap for Starseeds, in my opinion, to navigate this world. And so I'm going to end this video here, and sending you all this love heart connection that we all share, and just feeling into it right here and now, actually. Not even needing to send you anything, but imbuing myself with this love and seeing that love be imbued in you too, by your own way, your own means. We begin to connect, we begin to light up throughout Mother Earth together. So I'm just going to channel a little bit of Hathor love your way. Very connected to Hathor, the loving energy of the sun. Blessing.